So today we are going to discuss class and methods. Okay, class and methods. So before starting with this, let us first see what is class, what is the usage of class. Okay, so class, whenever we talk about class, it is a collection of similar type of entity, and it has certain properties like attributes and methods. Okay, so if I say that, take this box as a class. Okay, if I'm taking this as a class, so this is a class of student. The name of the class is like, say, student. Now every student will have name, right? Every student will have some roll number. Then we can say every student will have some method, say study. Then take exam. So a class is a collection of entity that has some common properties in it. Means कि whatever is there in this class, they all have a common property. So if I am saying it is a class of student, every student is having name, roll number. So this is called as attributes, or you can say these are like variables that class is having, and these are the methods in the class. Okay, methods in the class. First two things. And it is not necessary that every class should have a method. Okay, if I am declaring any class, it might only have variables and no methods. Similarly, if I am declaring a class, it might not have any variable and it can only have methods. Okay, ये चीजें होंगी ही होंगी. It is not a compulsion, but generally we make class, and we have both the things, like some attributes related to the class and some methods related to the class, because it purposely class is designed in such a manner only so that it has its own attributes as well as it has its own methods, so that whenever I want to take use of this class, I can simply make an object and call these objects. So now to access, I just said the word object. So what is an object? The very common definition that you find in most of the books and internet sources, it says it is an instance of a class. Okay, so it is an instance of a class means the class methods or variables can be accessed by using the object of the class. So what is the benefit? The benefit is that once we have declared a class, now we don't need to declare the same methods, variables again and again. We have made a class once and we can use those methods of the class by simply calling the object of the class. Presently we are already using this, but we don't know that, okay, this is the method that we are using. This is the class. If you remember, we are using a scanner, right? To take input from the user, right? So what is this scanner? And we generally make object of the scanner class, right? Scanner D is equal to new and then scanner. So what is this? This is some predefined class, and we are making the object of this class scanner. And now what are the different methods of the scanner that we use? What are the different methods that we are using on a very regular basis? If you remember, for taking integer input, we use int n is equal to d dot next int. Okay. For taking string, what do we use? String s is equal to d dot next line. So what is this? This is a method. This is also a method in which class? Scanner class. And how we are accessing it? By making the object of the scanner class. So if you see the pictorial representation will be like this, that there is some scanner class, okay, which is already predefined class. It has some attributes and it has methods like next int, next line, then we have, if you remember, next float, right, next double, and so on. So what is happening here? Once this class is defined, we are not defining this class again and again. We are simply importing this class by using util package, right? Util dot asterisk, and then we are simply making the use of this class by making the object of this class. How we are making the object of this class? We are writing the name of the class scanner, then any variable a, b, c, d, whatever you want, say d is equal to new scanner, right? This we are already using since day one. Agree or not? This we are already using since day one. Okay. So what is this basically? This is a class and this is the object of the class, and these are the methods in that class. So now you can understand the utility of class. What is the utility of class? Whenever a class is defined, the scanner class is purposely made for taking input from the user. As I said earlier, class is generally defined for performing any particular task or something, some entities which have some common attributes. So here, what is the common thing? The common thing is that the class allows everybody to take input from the user, whether it is of integer type, whether it is of string type, whether it is of float type, double. So what is the purpose of scanner class? The purpose of designing a scanner class is to provide the facility to the user to take input from the user using command line argument. Okay. So is the definition of the class is clear? Anybody, any doubt, please let me know. Is the definition clear, class?
Yes, ma'am, it's clear.
Okay. Now let us see how we can make our own class. This is the predefined classes that we are already using it. Now let us see how we can define our own class, our own methods, and how can we call them in our main function by calling an object of it. Okay. So let us start with the very first question of your today's lab. Okay, the very first question is, I have not activated, so everybody will have to see here only. See, the question says, create a class name as student with string variable name and integer variable roll number. So let us take it line by line. The first line says that we have to create a class, and the name of the class should be, what should be the name of the class? Student. Right. And what are the different variables it is having?
Name, roll number.
Name and roll number. Right. Name is of string type and roll number is of integer type. So the question itself has given us the definition of class. Okay. So see, How do we define a class? We write the word class, then the name of the class. So here it is given as student. Okay, let us begin the scope of the class with this bracket. In the question itself, it says that it has two variables. One is of string type, right? String name, that's it. And another is of int type, int roll number. So the very first line says this much only, and we have done it. See, I said that it is not necessary to have methods in a class. Okay? So in this example, we are not having any method in the class, just the two variable, name and roll number. Second line says assign the value of roll number as 2 and name as John by creating an object of the class student. Okay, so this is one of the simplest example because we are not taking input from the user. The input is fixed. What is that? That the roll number is 2 and the name is John, right? And how we have to take it? By creating an object of the class student. Class, this CodeSinger screen is visible or not? The question is visible or not?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Okay. So the roll number we have to take as 2 and John, name as John. But the important thing is that we don't have to assign directly. We have to assign it by creating an object of the class student. So now let us close this definition. Okay. Now let us begin our main class. How do we start writing our main class? It's public. Okay. Static void main, string type of an array, name of the array, args. Okay. Now we don't need to use a scanner class because we are not taking input from the user. We need to define an object of the class student, right? How do we create an object of any class? We write the name of the class, okay, then the name of the object, anything of your choice, say O is equal to new and then student. So finally what this line is doing, we have, if I make it as a comment, this is an object of class student. Okay. So this is what it was asked in our question, that assign roll number as 2 and name as John by using the object of the class. So now let us assign. What is the object? O. O dot name. What is this name? This. Right? See, in the main we have not defined what is name, but how we are accessing the variable of the class student by using the object. So O dot name is equal to John, right? And O dot roll number is equal to 2. So we have fulfilled the condition that is being asked in our question, that assign the value of roll number as 2 and name as John by creating an object of the class student. So first we have created the object of the class student, and then we have assigned name as John and roll number as 2 by using the object, right? Now let us see how the output is. The output says name is John and roll number is 2. So now let us print it in this format. How we can do it? System.out.print I'm not using ln because my output is in single line. It says name is, then some space. In which variable I am having name? How can I access my name?
O dot name.
O dot, yes, O dot name, right? And roll number is, and roll number is this. So I am writing it here, and roll number is, put a space, then where I am having my roll number? O dot roll number. So here it is O dot roll number. That's it. And then you can close this. Okay. Anybody, any doubt in this question? Please ask.
No, ma'am.
So that if there is no doubt, then I will start implementing it on Loadzinger. So you can see it directly as well. But if you find any difficulty, just let me know.
Ma'am, can't we use scanner in the main class?
Pardon?
Can't we use scanner in our static class?
Scanner, why we are not using a scanner? You are asking this.
No, ma'am, we created object instance. I got it, but can't we use scanner instead of assigning John and 2?
Actually, Pata, your voice is not clear. Can you write it in the chat? I will see it, your doubt there.
Yeah.
Write it in the chat. I will see your doubt there. You write your doubt in the chat. I will see there. Okay. Till now, I am starting. Until, okay. Because actually, your voice is not clear, Shashank. Ma'am, can't we use scanner in the static class? No, you can use a scanner, but in the question, it is not required. Okay. You can definitely use a scanner, no issues. But a scanner is generally used, it is used for taking input from the user, right? But in the question, it is very clearly mentioned that the value of roll number is 2, which is fixed, and the value of name is John, which is fixed, right? So it is not required here to use. Am I clear? Okay. So now let's do the same coding. Let us first make our class student. Okay. Then we have two variables, string name, roll number. Okay. That is the definition of my class because
मैम रोल नंबर के बीच में मैम वो डैश आएगा.
Pardon?
मैम रोल अंडरस्कोर नंबर होगा.
अच्छा, that is up to you ना, कुछ भी यूज कर लो, कोई इशू नहीं. चलो, okay. Name and roll underscore number. Okay. So now this is done. This is the definition of my class. Now say solution. And let us begin this. Make it as public. So then we have public RGS. In the scope of this class. Now let us make the object of the class student. So student O is equal to new student, right? This is, I have made the object. Now using that object, I am assigning name as John, and then roll underscore roll number as 2. Okay. Just example of class and objects. And dot out dot I have my name in this o dot name, right? Then what we have, name is and number, and I am having my roll number is in o dot roll underscore n, right? And then
Rule number spell 12th line.
line
12.
number 12. 1 minute. Okay, thank you. Achha. And remove all the other files from here. Let us see the difference. I think some space. Okay, after is there is a space, right? Here. Okay, now see. Okay, so this is all about your class and object, the very first question. I will discuss one more where you have to take input from the user. Okay, यहाँ पे क्या था? We were directly assigning the values and there were no methods as well. Now let us take some example where we are taking input from the user and also there are some methods in our class. Okay. Anybody, any doubt? If you have any doubt, please ask, or rest I will proceed.
No, ma'am, no doubt.
So, this is one of the simplest examples. So, okay, now let us come to your second question. Second question says, employee details is the title of the question, and let us see the question first. Okay, now it says, define a class named employee with the following characteristics. Okay, so let us start directly on CodeZinger. Okay, instead of first writing it on a PPT, and then we will go line by line. It says define a class and the name of the class should be employee. Employee, okay, and let us begin the scope of this class. Now let us see the characteristics of this class. What are the different variables it is having? It is having int employee ID. Then we have a string type variable, which is then we have again a string and what is it? Designation and int as salary, right? Okay. So these are the variables that we have in our class. Now this class also has methods. Okay, so now let us see what are the methods. The first method is void get employee. Okay, so now it means we have to make a method and the name of the method should be, it should be what?
Get employee.
Get employee.
And the return type is void since it is given. So void get. Since it's a method, we will again need to open the brackets. What is this function doing? Method doing? It accepts console input for employee ID, name, designation, and salary. Okay, so it means now we want to take input from the user. So For taking input from the user, first of all, we need to create an object of which class?
Scanner class.
Is scanner class. Exactly. Scanner D is equal to new scan. And since I am using in scanner class, I need to import which class, which package?
Util pack.
Java.util.
Java dot util dot asterisk. You can directly write scanner. Asterisk means all the packages. Okay. So now I have created the object of the scanner class. Let us take input. Now class, there is one thing that you need to pay attention here. Okay. See, for taking int employee as an input, how do we take it? Employee id is equal to d dot next. Now in Java, whenever we take an integer value and just after that, if we are using next line, because for employee name, for a string type, how do we take a string type? Employee name is equal to d dot next
Line.
what happens, this is a very common problem in Java. In Java, actually it is the problem with next int. What happens? The next int method, whenever we use, and after that if we use next line, so the method, it does not go to the next line. Okay, it puts a slash n at the end, so it will mark you an end. So especially we need to tell the compiler that now we are going to take another input by using the method next line. If say for example, if you are taking 4 inputs, it will not give you any error. Int, integer type of input, one by one. But whenever we are in a situation that whenever we are entering int as an input and then taking next line as an input, so there becomes a contradiction, because the next int method, it does not move you to the next line. Okay, so generally what happens, it does not parse you to the next line and it does not take the next input. Okay, I will tell you how is it. Let us first do it in a common manner and then you will see that we will have an error for this. Okay, let us first go line by line. How I can take designation d dot next line, because it is of what? String type, right? Next we have int salary. So salary is equal to d dot next int. Okay. Now the definition.
Spelling of salary.
Pardon? Okay, spelling.
Spelling of salary.
Salary. Okay. Now see, the definition of the first method is completed here, because in the first method void get employee, what we have to do? We only have to take the input excepts console input for employee ID, employee name, designation and salary. Okay. So as per the given definition, we have done this. Okay. Whatever I have discussed, I will show you. First I will show you the error and then I will show you how we can correct it. Okay. Now next method says show grade, and the type of that method is void. So public void show, and this is the name of the method, scope of the method. Now what we have to do in this method, displays the grade of an employee based on criteria specified below. So let us see what is the criteria. It says that if the salary is between this to this, D grade. If this, right? So we need to have what? If else, right? If salary is greater than 0 and is less than, say, equal to 5,000, right? If this is the case, since we have
Then
to print single
20,000.
statement,
20,000.
pardon?
20,000.
You can you do not need to
Then
put
salary is
brackets.
20,000.
System.out.print D grade. Let us first see how we have to print the output. Only D or D grade? Grade, A grade. Achha, before printing the grade, we also need to print this. Employee grade is. So how can I do it? Before if else statement, I can put it here, right? System.out. Employee grade small. Colon as well. Colon भी है. So if the salary is between 0 to 5,000, grade is this.
Then 20,000 होना था.
Okay, 20,000. मैंने कुछ ज़्यादा ही कम कर दिया. 11. Okay. D. Semicolon. Salary is between 2,001 and it is less than this. What is the grade? C. Okay, not DC, sorry. This C, semicolon. Okay. Salary is between 5,001 and salary is less than this. Grade is B, semicolon, else salary is between, salary is greater than, actually, not between. A. So we have written the definition for this function as well. Okay, this method as well. So displays grade of an employee based on the criteria. So this is the criteria A, B, C, D. So we have written here A, B, C, D. Why we have written this statement? Because as I saw the output, it says employee grade is. So this, before printing the grade, we have to write this. Okay. So now see, what is the third method in the class? Void show employee. It displays employee details. So let us make this method public void employee, right? Okay. Now see, we have to display employee details. So just check that in what format we have to display. Okay. First of all, we have to write employee details are, and then ID, this, the name, designation, and salary. So first of all, the very first statement should be what should be the very first statement, class? See the output and tell me what should be my very first statement in this method.
ID.
Employee details are.
Employee details are, है ना? This, and then I can print the values. So
Excuse me, ma'am.
okay. Now you can do it in single line as well by putting slash and slash n. I am not writing it in single line because the students generally, especially those who are new, they get confused. That is why I am writing it. Otherwise, you can also use like employee ID slash and employee name in the same SOP line. So employee ID 1. So employee ID is equal to, and then in which I am having my employee ID.
In the class, get employee.
Get employee in the method get employee.
In the method.
So don't you think we need to, how do we need to do it?
And plus employee name.
Plus employee ID, right? Employee ID, that's it. Okay. Now, next is employee name.
Name.
And the variable in which I am having it is ID का मुझे लगता है I is capital. Let me check. हाँ, see, ID is I capital. Employee name, right? Then nation. And here we have plus. And in the last, what we have? Salary, right? Employee salary and a variable in which I am having. Now, what we have done, we have completed. It is till now we have only completed the definition of class, right? Still, what is missing? My main class is missing, right? Because in my main class, now I need to make the object of this class, and by using the object of that class, I will call all the methods. Okay. So let us make our main class. Till here we are having the definition of class employee, right? Now let us make main ARGS and then this. Okay. Now how do we make an object of the class? What is the name of my class? What is the name of my class?
Employee.
Employee.
So let us make the object of this class equal to new employee, right? Now let us use this object E to call the methods. Why? Because first method say ke through we are taking the input, and in the second method we are displaying the grade, and in the last method we are printing it. Okay, so E dot get employee, then E dot this E dot, what was the name? Show employee.
Ma'am, grade spelling is wrong.
Now see, when we will run, we will find an error here. It will give some error that cannot take input or language not compatible, something like this. Okay, public main is public static void main. Achha, I have not closed it. Public static void main string. Achha, एक minute. I have made my this class as class. So let us make my final class as public class, है ना? And we
Ma'am,
can,
you need to remove the remaining files as well.
you can also do it like this also. Say public, है ना? If you are making this as public class, then you can name it as employee, okay?
मैम लाइन 29 में भी एरर आएगा.
Let us know. LOYEE. Now see that this is the error I was telling you, that scanner d.new scanner readable pattern. This is happening because this is a very common error in Java, that whenever we are using int method and after that we are using next line method, so since int method does not move on to the next line, so what it does, the console does not read the next line command, right? So in that case, what you need to do, you need to specially compiler that we are moving on to the next line, say that we use the object next. Sometimes we need to use next line, or sometimes we need to use simply next. So let us make it next line. It again depends upon compiler to compiler. Okay. So what you can do,
system.in नहीं
d
लिखा
dot
है.
next line. Okay. Just give me a second. Actually, it is reading employee name. Either we need to go for designation or something. Just give me a minute. See here, employee name. Okay, in dot next. It should be like employee ID in dot next. To move it on to the next line, we need to use okay. So let us take this. So generally you find this problem whenever we are taking int and then we are taking string, then generally this error occurs. Okay. ID. But see, to especially to move my what do you say, compiler to the next line, I am using this. Now let us see. I think C. Okay, that error is removed. System spelling is problem. System spelling line number 32. 32 SY S. I think there is some problem in the. Okay. Here it is.
Ma'am, A grade.
Employee name should be N should be capital, है ना? And only designation, not employee designation.
Ma'am,
And
A grade
similarly,
2. A grade.
like it should be your salary. Then we have designation का D capital, I guess. And rest is okay.
Ma'am, A grade. Ma'am, grade वाला.
In the
Post
second line.
credits A.
Second line of
अच्छा,
output.
great. Okay. Here. Let us see. Okay. Then we have some of the other difference. Employee name N should be capital. Designation, okay, only N. Employee name here N should be capital. Okay. Now see. So now let us revise this. First of all, we had made a class with the name employee, and then these are the different variables in that class. The very first method is get employee, and since we have to take input from the user, we are doing it by using scanner class. What care we have to take? The care that we have to take is whenever we are taking int and then we are taking string, so we forcefully have to tell the compiler that let us move on to the next line. It means whenever we are using next int and after that we want to use next line, then especially we have to move on to the next. So this has to be taken care of, right? Now the next method was show grade, and in this method we have checked the range of the salary and we have printed the designation accordingly. If the salary is ranging between this to this is the grade. If this is the range, this is the grade. If this. In the last method, we are printing the details of the employee, that is ID, name, designation and salary. So till here what we had the definition of our class, right? This was all given in your question. Generally it is always given in the question ki what are the attributes of a class, what are the different methods in a class. Okay, now let us come to our main class. In main class what we have done, we have made an object of our class. So what was our class? Employee, and we have made an object of the class employee E, and then by using that object what we are doing, we are calling the methods. So whenever I am calling e.getEmployee, so e.getEmployee will call this method of the class employee and it will take input from the user, first thing. Then I am calling e.showGrade. So e.showGrade, what is it going to do? It is going to call this function showGrade, and then it will print whatever logic we have applied here. Fine. And in the last I am calling showEmployee. So it will come here and it will print the details of the employee. Okay. So now tell me, anybody, any doubt, any problem? Because in this example we have seen how we can have variables in a class, right? We have seen how we can have different methods in a class and how we can call from the main, creating an object of the class, and in the main function how we can call. So almost everything regarding class and object is covered in this example. Okay. Yes, anybody, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Sorry. Okay. So
No, ma'am.
Thus, I will be activating some questions, okay, for today's lab
Okay,
as
ma'am.
well as for the third lab. All the questions are based on class and methods only. Okay, I will be sharing neat link as well. So if you find any difficulty, you can join me there. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
हाँ